Hey everyone, before we dive into the story, I want to make sure we're all on the same page. The details in today's video concern an ongoing case, and as of now, no one has been definitively found guilty of the allegations. Choi Jung Won, the former K-pop idol turned actor at the center of this case, continues to deny any wrongdoing. With that in mind, take everything with a grain of salt and remember that things may still evolve as new information becomes available. This story is still unfolding, so it's important to approach it with caution and understanding. Now, let's break down the details of this complex and ongoing case. In January 2023, former UN member and actor Choi Jung Won was accused of having an affair with a married woman, referred to as C, and was quickly labeled a homewrecker. These allegations first gained widespread attention after YouTuber Lee Jin-ho released a video in which he claimed that Choi Jung Won had been secretly meeting with C despite knowing she was married to a man named B. According to Lee Jin-ho, Choi reached out to C in May 2022, and their interactions became more intimate, culminating in a meeting by the Han River on May 27, 2022. Things took a dramatic turn when B, C's husband, shared his account of what happened during that meeting. According to B, C needed to use the restroom, and Choi Jung Won offered to take her to his home to avoid being seen. Choi confirmed that C did indeed visit his home, but the details of what occurred there remain a point of contention. Choi denied any intimate interaction, yet B expressed suspicion that C's visit lasted for over 30 minutes, which raised further doubts about their encounter. Choi insisted that C's visit was solely to use the restroom and that nothing inappropriate occurred. However, things took another twist when C allegedly admitted to holding Choi Jung Won's arm during their walk, a seemingly minor detail that further fueled speculation. Both Choi and C continued to deny any extramarital affair, but the uncertainty surrounding their relationship only deepened the public's curiosity. As we move into January 2025, the case has become even more complex. The Seoul family court ruled that C's actions, such as meeting Choi repeatedly while lying to her husband about the nature of their meetings, contributed to the breakdown of her marriage. The court ordered C to pay B 30 million Korean won, about $20,600 in damages. While the court acknowledged that Choi's involvement had played a role in the situation, it did not directly find him guilty of causing the marital discord. Choi has remained firm in his denial of any wrongdoing, maintaining that no physical intimacy occurred between him and C. When it comes to Choi Jung Won's personal life, it is important to note that he is married, though there's very little public information about his wife or their relationship. Most of the focus has remained on the allegations with C, with little comment from Choi or his wife about the situation. C's husband B, on the other hand, has been vocal about his frustration filing for divorce and seeking damages. He's also made the situation public, sharing text messages between Choi and C in an effort to prove his claims. As for C's wife, she has kept a low profile regarding her reaction to the scandal. No statements have been made directly by her, and it seems she has chosen to stay out of the public spotlight during this ongoing legal battle. To wrap things up, this case remains a work in progress. The court's ruling against C has added credibility to B's claims, but the situation remains fluid. Choi Jung Won is not yet found guilty of any legal wrongdoing, and both his and C's statements leave room for ambiguity. As this story continues to unfold, we can expect more twists and turns, and we'll be sure to keep you updated. But for now, the most important takeaway is that this case is far from resolved.